Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking indie games, specifically indie games that actually have a release date and are scheduled to release in 2025. It's a great day when an indie game gets a release date, and with the biggest indie game Hollow Knight Silksong finally getting a release date, it got me thinking of other indie bangers on the horizon. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the best looking indie games that will be releasing in 2025. There are some games I'm looking forward to that didn't make it on this particular list, but don't worry, I'll be making more indie game lists in the future, so be sure to subscribe and like this video for more indie game content. With that out of the way, let's get into the list. First up is a game that is actually already out at the time of this video, Sword of the Sea. This game was developed by the same studio that made visual masterpieces like Abzu and Journey. Sword of the Sea seems to have combined elements from Giant Squid previous games like Journey's Desert and Abzu's Ocean and made an entirely new experience that feels familiar but also fresh. You play as a person who rides a sword like a hoverboard. Do I even need to say anything more about the game? The visuals are stunning, the music is wonderful, and the gameplay is a mix of exploration and platforming, with a sprinkle of puzzles to make for one of the most chill and vibey games to play in 2025. Highly recommend checking this out if you want a relaxing game to play. By the time you're watching this video, the Nightling might actually already be out. The Nightling is an open world action adventure game that features a knight with a large shield that could be used for traversal and combat. The platforming for this game looks so dang smooth, and the shield looks to be very versatile with the ability to glide and slide around. This is why I love indie games. The creativity is off the charts, and the shield offers so much in terms of unique gameplay. Like I said, this game might already be out by the time this video comes out. The Nightling will release on Steam, Xbox Series, and PlayStation 5 August 28th. You know I had to add Hollow Knight Silksong to the list. The original Hollow Knight was so influential when it first released, featuring a huge, beautiful dark world with Souls-like gameplay mechanics made Hollow Knight stand out, especially since at the time, we were not getting a lot of Metroidvanias. The fact that 3 people have managed to make both Hollow Knight and the new Silksong game is insane to me. If you are looking for a fresh Metroidvania with challenging boss fights and an acrobatic moveset, then you have to check out Hollow Knight Silksong when it releases on September 4th for just about every platform. But if I were you, I would get on Switch because Hollow Knight on Switch just hits different.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Next up is Mina the Hollower. Made by the folks who made Shovel Knight comes a new IP with inspirations from Castlevania and classic top-down Zelda games. Mina can wield several weapons and equip many different trinkets on the adventure, giving the player different ways to approach combat. The game is buttery smooth with a digging mechanic that gives Mina a distinct feel. You can check out the demo on the Nintendo Switch or wait to play the full game when it releases to all platforms October 31st. Next up is Kingdoms of the Dump, an SNES-style JRPG set in a world of garbage. Created by 2 actual janitors, Kingdoms of the Dump takes inspirations from classic JRPGs like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy to make a unique game with turn-based grid combat. Traverse the kingdoms with a cast of colorful characters and explore dangerous dungeons when the game comes out on Steam this November.
I'm the trash man!
Next up is Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2 is an action RPG with roguelike elements. Essentially, there are 2 parts to this game. There's the part where you explore dungeons for treasure, and then there is the other half where you sell that treasure in your shop, so that you can then invest in your town, so that you can get better gear and weapons, so that you can then go back into the dungeons and get better loot. This cycle of getting loot in the dungeons and selling said loot in your shop is addictive, and Moonlighter 2 looks like it will feature the same addictive loot. But this time it looks like it's going to be bigger and better than ever before. Moonlighter 2 will release as early access on October 23rd for Steam. Last but not least is Constance. I told you Hollow Knight was influential, but Constance is not a mere clone of Hollow Knight. It is a beautiful 2D Metroidvania that focuses more on platforming and elegant, precise movement. You'll be able to utilize paint-based mechanics to experience a flow state throughout the game. Metroidvania fans are eating well this year with these two massive releases. Constance also has a demo that you can check out on Steam. And there is even more to come, but don't sleep on Constance when it comes out on Steam November 24th. And it will eventually release on other consoles in 2026. Well, that's all I have for this list. And trust me, there are so many games that I did not even include. Let me know in the comments below what indie game you are most looking forward to playing in 2025. I'll probably be making another list tackling upcoming indie games that are coming out specifically on the Switch. Which I don't know about you, but my Switch acts as my little indie console. I love playing indie games on the Switch. It just feels right. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more indie game content in the future. And I'll see y'all next time. God bless.